Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna do a quick top-down analysis of what's happening on gold at this point. Basically, gonna start on the hour time frame, see what's happening on the time frame, see what's happening on the weekly time frame. Pretty much midweek at this point, we're extremely bullish on the weekly candle. Starting to do a little bit of retracement at this point. We're pretty much trading in the 1900 areas. We do continue pushing bullish. We have our most recent our next stop where price might go to on the weekly time frame is 1930. You either tap into it at the end of the week or potentially next week if you do continue bullish. We also have a support level at 1810. So at the daily time frame, we have the previous daily candle closed bearish. Not too sure if price is gonna come up, retest the support area, or potentially drive further bearish to a little bit of more retracement. Potentially coming down to 18, coming back, trading below the 1900 level, back into the 1800s. Potentially tapping into 1880, but if you do come down, we could potentially tap into this resistance here at 1880 right over here, or potentially retrace all the way down to 18886 right over here. That's something we're going to be looking at on the daily time frame. What's happening? Okay, on the 4 time frame, we can clearly see that this current 4 candle is 2 hours 48 minutes into its open. We are currently breaking above the previous 4 candle. I start driving bullish at this point, to be honest. We had this previous 2 1-hour candle trade below this support area right over here, 1904. I'm not trading back above this area. Maybe we could potentially drive bullish at this point, potentially come up to 1911, 1910 area, which is most recent resistance area over here. Then we have an overall daily support area also over here. So if we do get confirmations, I think we do have some nice, decent structure to the 4 time frame coming up to 1810. But we have to see what's happening on the smaller time frames in order for that. So looking at the 1 hour time frame, we can adjust our zones a little bit. We have our most recent resistance area at 1904.50. So ideally, I'd like to see a candle close above this zone for me to potentially take a trade up to 1909, which is our most recent resistance on the 1 hour time frame at 1909 right over here. So that's what I'm looking at right now on the 1 hour time frame. But if this happens to be a fake out and we have a candle closure back in range, then we could go with this bearish momentum, anticipate price to come down, take these lows out 1900, and potentially come down to fill to the left over here. That's something we're pretty much looking at this point. On the 1 hour time frame, we don't have much confirmations yet. For buys, we need we're gonna need candle confirmations for us to take buys, and even for sells, definitely gonna need candle confirmations for us to take sells. Now looking at the 30-minute time frame to the left, we have some pretty decent structure on the 30-minute time frame. You can clearly see that we made a new low at 1901 right here. And we currently have this 30-minute candle open right now. We have tried coming up above 1905, tried trading above 1905. And pretty much did a top way coming down. So we're just trying to see how this candle closes to determine whether this top wick here is a fake out or not. But I'd like to see potential candle closures above this resistance level over here for me to potentially take a trade bullish. And that would also go with the 1 hour time frame structure to potentially drive bullish. Or in order for us to take sales to potentially retest the lows anywhere in this area, I'd like to see a bearish candle closure, ideally on the 30-minute time frame for me to potentially take a sell. So that's what we're looking at this point. Other than that, pretty much just chilling right now, potentially waiting for the next 15-minute candle. Might potentially take a trade on the next 15-minute candle. So being very, very patient at this point. I mean, even on the 15-minute time frame, we have some nice candle closure. Actually, this candle is closing back in this range. Yeah, not ideal at this point, so just gonna wait for this 30-minute candle close. Based on the 30-minute candle, if you do take a trade in the 30-minute candle, got clean, pretty decent range coming up to 1909 up here, so this range, decent trade. This range also potentially a decent trade area to be taking trade in. But the only thing we're waiting for is candle close confirmations. Or even if we close below 1901 area right here, potential wick fill, this right here, fill this wick, decent decent range. This is a what? Fill will be what? 50 pips. Oh my god. Amazing. Amazing. So just waiting for candle close confirmations. I think we're gonna have a nice trade here. Oh, Nicholas is in a buy. Nicholas, what did you take your buy? What price levels did you take a buy, and what was the reason you took buys? Good night, my brother. Um, glad to have you on the streams. Nicholas took a trade at 1903.2, 1903.2 right here. 3.2. It's in the structure. Yeah, could work. That could work. I honestly think we could start driving bullish at this point, only because of the fact that we've broken above the previous 4 candle. So yeah, because of that, because of the fact that we've broken above the previous 4 candle, I'm really anticipating price to drive bullish. So if we can get a nice bullish push, that would be amazing. But we need this 30-minute candle to close above 1904.60 or 1904.70 even, for me to really be confident in taking these buys. Let's actually check Forex Factory if you have any impact news or public holidays coming out for this today, actually. Yeah. Oh shit, man, fireworks. We have fireworks coming out later during our NY session, man. Retail sales coming out. It's gonna be amazing. Amazing. Yeah, NY session is gonna be great. You don't take a trade during for this session over here. Don't take a trade, then might not be coming for London session. It's probably come at NY session. We have retail sales coming out, so I'm probably gonna save my risks for retail sales. So we have 4 minutes until this this 30-minute candle closes. Ideally, I'd like it to close above 1904,700. And then we're going to anticipate the next 30-minute candle to really drive bullish, potentially coming up, tapping into 1909. This is going to be great. This is going to be a great trade, to be honest. I really think we're going to have a nice trade for this session. If price closes back below this range over here, no, that's going to be a problem. Yeah, Nicholas, I'm looking for buys only if we get candle closures above this yellow line here. I need this 30-minute candle to close above resistance. You have some bearish pressure over here. If this candle closes above this resistance here, next candle, I'll do something like this. Hopefully with volume, boom, gonna smash through. 2 minutes. We got 2 minutes until this candle closes. We're gonna be very, very patient with this. Stick to a plan, execute. So we have 1 minute until this candle closes, and pretty much closing back below 1904.70. At this point, there we go. We have a nice little push, bullish. And this is closing very, very nicely at this point. Okay, go. Just got in on our position right over here on the candle open. We have this candle closing outside of resistance, and now I am down to drive bullish at this point. Yeah. There we go. Pretty fairly simple trade. Very simple trade. Maybe we can continue from this momentum. And if we get stopped out on this one, we're gonna call it a session. Still have 25 minutes until this 30-minute candle closes, so as long as we don't close bearish in the next 25 minutes, that would be great. If we get a 30-minute candle closure back in this range over here, I'm gonna cut this trade. Wherever it closes below 1904. Because then this might potentially be a fake out, so I wouldn't really want to be in this trade. But yeah, I'm pretty confident and hopeful that price, if price respects structure, ideally it should continue bullish. Because yeah, everything looks good to drive bullish. We have clean track to the left. We have this 30-minute cannot close outside of resistance. Ideally, it should start driving bullish. We also have this 15-minute candle close back in range over here. At this point, I'm honestly not too confident in this trade anymore. Now that this 30-minute candle is closed back bearish over here. But like I said, we're gonna be sticking to the 30-minute time frame. You know. Man, that was a long time in drawdown. Finally pushing right now. Yeah, this is good. It's great. Yeah, Nicholas. I'm in profits. I'm in a little bit of profits. Just waiting for potentially a further to drive towards the bullish side. Maybe if you start breaking above the previous candle high, then I'm gonna look to manage my risk a little bit. Yeah, we have 7 minutes until this candle closes, so just being very careful at this point. So we have this 30-minute candle closing right now. It is closing bearish, but we also have this 1 hour candle close. Looks to be closing above resistance at this point. So I think due to the fact that this 1 hour candle is closing like this, I think we could potentially have continuation on the 1 hour time frame, because this is what I wanted to see on the 1 hour time frame also. So as long as we close above 1904.50, I think we could potentially have a nice little drive up bullish. So this trade is still valid unless we break the previous 1 hour candle low. So I'm gonna let this run, and I'm gonna end the stream, and I probably need to do some stuff. So even though this 30-minute closed back in this range, this 1 hour candle is still, this trade is still valid because this 1 hour candle just closed outside of this resistance over here. So on the 30-minute time frame, it might be a fake out. The 1 hour time frame is still valid for potential drive bullish. So I'm gonna sort of be a nice opportunity to scale into, but my rules now is just 1 trade per session, no scalings, and that's it. So there we go. Currently pushing bullish at the moment. Still valid. This trade is still very much valid. There we go, back in profits. Oh hell no. Now that is something I don't like. This 30-minute kind of pushed up and flipped bearish right there. Nah. Oh well. I think now we have better confirmations on the 1 hour time frame for price to drop bullish. So if this candle were to break the previous 1 hour candle low, then it was gonna be invalid. So I think based on that fact, I would potentially move my stops below the previous 1 hour candle low, maybe. Yeah. So I'm gonna manage risk by reducing our stops right here. This is pretty much still valid. Yeah, there we go. Still happy with this trade. If we shift this to the 1 hour time frame, we're gonna see where this trade was taken. Yeah. I think it's still pretty valid. As long as we don't break below the previous 1 hour candle, I think we're good to drive bullish. We just need this 30-minute candle to drive bullish at this point. But if this is a fake out, then that's going to be a problem. If this is a fake out, then there's going to be a problem. We might have potentially have this candle drive bearish at this point. But as long as we don't break below the previous 1 hour candle low right here, is also where our stop loss is at 1903.50. I think we could potentially keep on pushing with this momentum, to be honest. 1903. Get right here. Amazing. Down a little bit just to give some room. 1903, 300. Yeah, this could potentially be a fake out, to be honest. I don't know about this. We might have volume coming in now. We're going to reject this. Yeah, I'm gonna cut my chat. I feel like I need to cut my trade right now. Yeah, just I'm out. Decided to close my entire trade right here. Just cut my entire trade right here. Amazing, amazing, amazing session, guys. Whoa, 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 whoa. Risked 1%, ended up closing and only closed entire trade at this point. Yeah, this is where I close everything out, guys. Another amazing risk management session. Pretty much done for the session right now. At this point, we're not going to stick around to see how these candles, or whatever the fuck these candles do. Pretty much actually done right now. And whatever happens, happens. We're not going to be trading London session. We're going to come in for retail sales tonight for MOE session. So, amazing risk management session, you know. Amazing. 0.4% actually. 4% loss. Amazing. Amazing, guys. Very, very happy with this, to be honest. I am extremely happy with this risk management here. Okay, there we go. Just gonna put this on going to put this on Discord. You know, another risk management session, another character building session. You know, just a reminder, every time we take a loss, very happy with taking losses because that's an opportunity for us to build our character, build our discipline. So it's pretty much, you know, practice our risk management skills. So at this point, very, very happy with this trade. You know, sometimes when things don't, when the candles don't print how we actually visualize them, then there's really no point being in a trade anymore. You just have to cut it and then move on to the next one. If you're going to stick longer to the yeah. So there we go. Amazing, amazing risk management session. For those of you who just hopped in on the stream, you could potentially take a screenshot of this, and then you could potentially manage, look to see how you can manage risk in the future. So this is pretty much our session for today. So just a little bit of a trade recap on how my trades were taken for this session, execution for this session. So basically we had resistance form over here, and then we had this 30-minute candle close outside of this resistance. So basically as soon as this candle closed outside of this resistance, looking to the left, we had clean traffic coming up all the way to 1909, 1909, 40 area right over there. So basically as soon as this candle open, executed on the candle open, stops were pretty much below this previous 30-minute candle open on the time of this execution. But not right there. Actually, it was at around 1903, so stops was pretty much basically around this area over here. So, you know, I was really anticipating this candle to drive bullish. It actually didn't drive bullish. Came back, closed bearish, back in this range. So, you know, this could potentially be a fake out. When that happened, as soon as this 30 minutes started closing, breaking below the lows over here, closed manually everything at this point. Oh no, actually, as soon as this candle closed bearish, I moved my stops from 1903, tightened it up to 1903.50 right over here, just to lessen risk a little bit. And then as soon as this candle started breaking below the previous candle low right here, closed everything right as we were breaking below. So manage risk very effectively at this point, and pretty much done for the session. So there is potential now that this candle might drive bearish all the way to these lows down here. but I will not be participating in this trade. One of my rules now is if I take a loss, I'm gonna call it a session and come back on the next session. Yeah. So you know, every time we have a losing trade on the stream, it's not always a losing trade. You know, we gain experience by practicing our discipline, practicing building our character and all that. So it is what it is. Always happy taking a loss if my risks are managed well. So this is an example of that. Now that we're breaking below the previous 30-minute candle low, if I wasn't already in this, if I hadn't taken the first trade, I would have executed right over here, anticipating this to be a fake out. But anyways, it is what it is, and I'm gonna call it a session. I'll catch you guys doing retail sales at during MY session tonight. So that's around 9 or 9:30. I'll be on the streamers at like 9:30 p.m. So hopefully catch you guys then. Alright, cheers guys.